Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Modelers Chat. Today, we're not going to have any topics. We're just going to see where it goes for about an hour, see what happens. So, for today, we have the one and only, the Lord of 3D printing, Lelo Habis Andres. And to bless the here Jeebus, but it looked like he ended up having a fight with a weed whacker, so half the most hair's gone. So there we go. Anyway, what's happening, fellas?
Don't judge me because I'm beautiful.
How was your week? How was your week, guys?
Extremely hot.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad by you, huh, Mike?
It's really humid. Really humid.
Yeah, see, Andres is like, what are you talking about, man? I live in hell. It's hell over here.
It's been like over 100, dude, this whole week, man. It's been hot, and it gets hot real early. You know, so it's been hot out here.
So what are you guys up to? Now, Brian, we were talking about some earlier, and maybe some people out there that are watching want to hear it, but idiots in certain groups. Tell us your experience. Yeah?
Oh, wow. Where do I start?
Hey, Josh.
Shit. All right. So my wife got me for my birthday a DJI drone. And it's a little one. And so like a lot of us who are actually into our hobbies do, we start joining groups and we start investigating and trying to go online and learn about stuff and whatnot. And I have found that the learning curve in the drone groups is the most excessive of all the different hobbies, because you've got guys who understand that you're actually flying an aircraft. Yes, it's unmanned. Yes, to some it looks like it's a toy, but this is something that you can literally fly. Like my drone, I can fly miles away from me if I wanted to. And if I can't see what the hell it's doing and suddenly it loses connection, it can go flying anywhere and keep going as long as that battery is charged. Which also means that it could fly into the propeller blades of the Life Flight helicopter that's 2 miles away from me. You've got people on one side that respect the fact that it's regulated. This is by the FAA, and you've got to take testing if you're going to have if you're going to be above a certain weight, and there's still testing below it, but there's certifications that are required and whatnot. And then you got the people who go, just fly it, man, just fly it. Yeah, come on. Screw them. And if you say anything, oh, you're a Karen, you're a nerd. No, I'm the person that's not going to get arrested or fined $83,000. It's just astounding to me how people. And we've seen it in all the groups. Doesn't matter whether you're painting, building tanks, working with LED lighting. It doesn't matter the group. There's always the ones that are honestly intelligent people who really think things through. And then you got the ones that just go, just do it, man. What are you being a... Actually, I called a Karen today. It was hysterical. I got called a Karen. And I had to tell the guy, I prefer to be called Stu. And you got the ones that just go, just do it, man. What are you being a...
That's why I don't really belong to any of the 3D printing groups anymore. Not the groups, but the manufacturer groups like the Saturn groups or the Elegoo groups or the Anycubic groups, because it's just somebody legitimately is new to it, and he's new to a hobby.
Yeah.
And they ask a question and they get 15 answers and they're all wrong.
Yeah.
And everybody has an opinion, and nobody can be told that they're wrong.
Yep.
And then here's this poor guy, who probably should not have started there. He probably should have watched some videos or done something different to figure out how to use this thing that he just bought. And if you follow all these suggestions that everybody makes, you're never going to get there.
No.
And I laugh, and it's like, oh my God!
It's like
I feel the frustration. It's like, shut up, people. Because somebody posts something, you don't have to comment if you don't know what you're talking about. You don't comment just to comment.
Well, let's face it. There was one guy who actually had the cojones to say that you're not a good pilot if you haven't crashed your drone at least 2 or 3 times. And I said to him, do me a favor. I want you to show me where in this world there is a flight school that has their section that says, if you haven't crashed your plane, you're not a good pilot, because it makes no statement makes no sense whatsoever. He's like, I don't believe you're even questioning me about that. I'm like, dude, this flying is not one of those you get better if you fuck it up. It's one of those things you're lucky if you walk away from it.
That's fucking good. It's like those I belong to a bunch of airbrush groups, and you get somebody that's new, just green as fucking, they pick up whatever they pick up and they comment, hey, how do I start using this? Then the first thing you hear, practice. Okay. How do I thin my paint? Practice. Or they tell you 50-50, like the milk.
That's the worst one.
I fucking hate that because that's the worst advice you can give somebody.
Which type of milk?
Thin it like 2% milk. Okay, that might have worked back in the 70s and 80s. But people today, I don't know, but here's 4 of us that have airbrushed, right?
Yeah.
All 4 of us thin our paint different.
Yeah.
I go,
Wait. You thin your paint?
Mike just puts out them big old waters, the huge ones, big old. No, but everybody has a different recipe on how they thin their paint. Yeah. You should tell them it's a good starting point, and then from there you start realizing what works best for you, what airbrush you're using.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, Big Mike, what's going on? What airbrush you're using, because that makes a big difference.
Oh yeah.
And then you hear all that. What PS? Well, the only way you're gonna learn is by going up and down. Don't tell the guy that, he's trying to learn. So I usually just keep my mouth shut, man. I was like, nah, I'm not getting involved in this one. No.
It's unfortunate. That's I noticed that with me too in certain groups is that it used to be in the beginning I would love to sit there and help somebody out, and sometimes if I saw a ton of stuff being dumped on them, I DM them and say, hey, listen, this is really the way you want to go, and if you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. But eventually you get to the point where it's just like you're battling the stupidity, and it's just so draining that you're just I can't do it anymore. I can't sit there and.
Well, look, I get it. You get these guys. I've been doing it since the fucking Civil War this way, and it worked fine for me. Well, God bless you. God bless you. But there's so many. We've in everything. 3D printing, model building, whatever, painting. There's so much. It's evolved so far. The paints we've got today, the thinners we have today. There's so much knowledge out there on YouTube. People are. It's just. Why are you gonna keep? I did it like this when my Pepe was a little man. Well, cool, good for you. I can see the fucking brush marks in your shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mikey, show us what you got there.
How's it going?
Hey,
You talking to me?
I'm Mike.
Javi, Mike. I'm sorry. I'll get to you in a second. Then.
No rush. I'm just wondering.
This is George.
George. Oh,
This is Jack, and this is George.
Now, who's George?
George talks real
You know what?
slow.
I just wanted to do something different.
huh?
And,
I'm out the door.
Okay. Call me if you need help. You got your gun?
I wanted to do something different, so I printed them out as big as I could get them. This is all resin, solid resin. It's pretty cool looking. I like it.
Now that base didn't come with them. That's different.
Yeah, this is custom. This is a combination of a bunch of stuff. I chop sueyed it and set him on there. He's magnetized. Magnetized his shell. I magnetized him to the base.
Check that out.
Feet, so he'll sit nice.
You
I
drive-
think it's pretty cool. I was looking at some some turtle shells today. I showed Andreas one of them. He was like, "Oh, it's I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun with it."
Now, are you gonna do it the tortoise shell? You're not gonna do it in anime. You know how anime is just block colors. Are you gonna try to do it the tortoise shell?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that'll look really cool.
I want to do like a red, yellow, and black shell, like black with the red, yellow, pattern, if you will. And then, do him in a. I'm not sure if I want to do him in a beige tone or a green tone. So we'll see what it's going to be. Once I get it going.
You could have a little baby like around the mouth. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, obviously it's going to the tones.
Right.
Yeah, so it has inspired me to actually do something for me.
For what?
once in probably
Good.
3 years, maybe.
Yeah, it's been
I
a while.
haven't actually physically gotten this far on something for myself in 3 years, maybe more. So I got the weekend slate clean, and I'm probably going to throw some paint on it this weekend.
Nice.
Now, wasn't he with the cartoons you see in the movies?
He's not. I don't think he is. No.
He's not a cartoon character?
That's
No.
what I thought at first, but it's what was it again? It's something from Japanese mythology, Mike.
It's based on a kappa turtle. A kappa turtle in Japanese mythology is a turtle demon. Don't put me. I don't like looking at myself like that. Come on.
There used to be a turtle on the Bugs Bunny show. So
That's what I was gonna say. It looks like a Looney Tunes turtle.
Yeah, and I don't think it is. I searched images and I couldn't find anything. I'm gonna do a search here on kappa turtle.
yeah, when Bugs Bunny and the turtle had a race,
Yep.
they the guy was slow talking, slow walking.
And he talked real slow. He was like, "Oh,
Kappa turtles are, in Japanese mythology, they were turtle demons that have a bird-like beak and have a pool of water in their head and have a shell. So
Okay.
there's a bunch of different.
I know that guy.
And he's eating a pickle.
And there's some pretty cool mythology around it. I don't know a lot about it, but yeah, I don't know. Again, it's something different.
Yeah, it is. Pretty cool.
It's something different. That's why I printed it for me, and I'm basically showing off the skills of the bigger machines and kind of getting more and more in tune with the bigger and bigger and bigger I go. So,
Cool. Andres, you got anything you want to show, or everything's like shh? You got to belong. You got to belong.
for the live thing and stuff, dude. I would love to show it, but it's for the show. You know what? What the hell? You know what I mean?
Nah. What's that?
No.
Don't do that because him might be watching.
You know what I mean? It's like I said. Put it this way: jewelry came in, and like I said, I would love to show it, but I mean, the show's coming up. It's less than 4 weeks away, so
We'll see it.
Play that.
We'll see it after the show, bro.
yeah.
After the show. How about you, Brian? You working on anything? Because you seem better. You look better.
I'm feeling better. I got the bandaging off. It's still healing, but still swollen and sensitive. So trying to apply any pressure to it's.
Now you haven't been doing any printing, have you?
No. I've prided myself on being one of those people that when I don't want to print something, I'm not printing. I mean, I've seen too many people. They're like pictures and pictures of, look at my stash. I've got so much I printed, and I don't know what to paint first. And I'm going, haha, I don't. I actually took a collection of the stuff that I had around here that had been sitting here for 2, 3, 4 months that I know I'm not going to touch anytime soon. I boxed it up. I'm sending stuff out to Israel. I'm sending stuff out to Oregon. Anybody as gifts, just here you go. Here's a couple of figures. Here's this. Here's that. Enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to, I can always print it again if I want to paint it myself. So no, as far as that goes, I've been working with my kid because she's been suddenly had this urge to start doing more Gundam. And I said to her, listen, I've got a whole stash in the closet. If you want to do lower level Gundams, I've got them. Build them. Now, obviously, they've been sitting there for a year, 2, 3. Take it. Go ahead. I'd rather you build it than it just sits there. Yeah. So I've been working with her, teaching her newer techniques. And she's like, I really want to get to working with the airbrushes. I'm like, okay. Once you get past these certain points, I said, we'll sit down with the airbrushes and we're going to start going over how to do it. So that's pretty much what I've been working on.
Michael.
Yes.
I know you got something cool you want to do. Can you show us what you got?
I'm rigging sails, okay? So I'm putting all the blocks on,
Wow, look at that.
Wow, that's
triple
details.
the double blocks, and
That's,
then
that sale came out nice, man.
yeah, I'm gonna do a little more weathering on it. This is the rigging on the ship.
Wow,
I mean, that's
amazing.
That is
yeah.
yeah.
I got lines going every freaking place.
How much?
I don't have a purpose. Well, now it's been the last 4 days. I told Kelly we had to put everything on hold for a while. Last week, I missed this thing because she had a captain over who was the original captain of USS Sullivan's. He was visiting her, so I was over there. I mean, he was 66, I'm 70, so we were all in the same places. We told war stories all night. Kind of pissed her off because she, remember that bar girl in a long pole, cut me. So anyway, we had a good time. Then she had some guys from the USS Iowa, which is a submarine.
Uh-huh.
They were on tour, so so that Saturday night I was over there. So yeah, so I told her from now till Nationals, I'm like I've been up since yesterday. Rigging.
You're insane.
You're
Monster
dedicated.
drinks and coffee is what I've been living on. Plus, I'm on a keto diet,
Jesus Christ.
so I'm living on like 50 carbs a day.
My diet is 1,400 carbs a day, and I'm down to. I've lost. I weighed myself today. I've lost close to 40 pounds.
Well, I gotta be strutting around Rio pool area in a couple of weeks. So no, just kidding.
Oh, please don't say you're going to be in a banana hammock.
No.
There you go. He's gonna be in
Michael Wheaton in a Speedo. No,
Hey,
thank you.
I used to wear those back in young
Yeah,
days.
young
When my
days. You
waist
ain't,
was 28.
you ain't there anymore.
Nope, I'm not.
None
now,
of us are.
now, I don't know if Josh is trolling me, or if he really wants. Do you really want to know the answer to this, Josh? Or
Just shot paint.
well, I think he meant shoot paint.
Are you sure? Okay. Whatever pressure is best, whatever works for you. What are
90.
you painting? I mean, if you're priming, you want to be higher, unless you do the Gilbert Mondragon specialty, which is you take a cup of water, you stick it on your little cup warmer there, you stick the little bottle inside there, you let it heat up for a while, and then you spray the shit at 10 to 15 psi.
I do about 15 or 20 usually normally.
My normal is 20 to 25. But when I start doing detail work, that's when I bring it down.
Yeah.
And that's when I use the Mac valve on the hose too. Because a lot of it's funny, you hear people, oh, you can lower your pressure with a Mac valve. No, you can't. That's
I'm
not
in for that.
That's not what it's. And I always tell them it's like you take a water hose and you kink it. You still got the pressure coming through. It's just coming out a little bit. That's all it is. It's a limit. That's all it does. You still got 30 psi. You're just choking the paint. But yeah, whatever. If it's very thin, Josh, you can get away with 10, 12 psi. If it's thicker, you got to go higher. That's.
It also depends on your needle.
Yeah. Andres, when you shoot, what are you shooting at?
Oh, dude, I'm shooting at low. I mean, the most I shoot at probably 15, 20 psi, depending on because my consistency of paint when I mix it, it's really mixed. You know what I mean? It's more like the consistency of that 2% milk, where it's like half watered down and half milk. You know what I mean? That's the way I spray. And I'm shooting at 15 to 20. And then when it comes to like that, for instance, that new chrome stuff, I drop the pressure all the way down to 8. You know what I mean? To shoot that. Because like I told you, the consistency of it is like 2%, half watered down, But it also comes down to the environment that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The humidity and all that stuff too. All that comes into play.
Yeah, I shoot. If I'm doing a base coat, it's probably about, I don't know, 60-30, depending on the paint. If it's styrene resin, I'm cutting styrene resin. Well, I very rarely do it. Like Brian says, I just warm it up. If you warm up styrene resin a little warmer, and one of those little tea warmers, and you sit it in there with warm water, not hot water, warm water, let it sit there for a little bit so it gets the same temperature as that water. Man, you can shoot styrene resin all day long, man, at 10 psi, all day long, as long as it's in that warm. But cold, 30, 35, 40 psi. He says the internet says 35 to 40. Yeah, but not.
That also depends on what are you using enamel? Are you using lacquer? Are you using acrylic? I mean, it goes back to us talking about teaching people how to do this, and it's like there's so many variables into.
Well, we're model painters, man. That's what we are.
Well, yeah, but
if you're gonna get like a car, you want to. Now dude, when I used to do T-shirts, my PSI was 70.
Oh yeah, 80.
There's reasons for it being that high. You want to blow the shit off that needle. Plus, you want that paint to go through that the substrate. It helps. That's different. And there's siphon fed airbrushes, so you want to push that paint through. A gravity feed. There's no reason why you need to go up any higher than 35, 40. But that's for base coats. That's for base coats, and you got to make sure your shit's thin, man.
Oh yeah, and then candies. Like I said, when I shoot the candies and stuff, I drop it down even more because, like I said, you're real close and stuff, and candies is so watered down. If you hit it hard, you get the water spread effect, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They're like, well, how come it's because you're too close and your pressure's too high. I mean, that and like we were saying, it all has to do also too the environment that you're in, where you're painting, and all that stuff comes into play. Just like in the 3D printing, how on the environment all comes into play with all that stuff. You know what I mean? The way I spray and stuff might not work for Gil, Brian, or Mike. The way where you guys are at. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. And not only that, but you also have to get the right technique of the way you mix your paint. Mixing the paint and stuff is a big key to get it going through the airbrush. There's some people that don't really.
That's very important, dude. That's you don't mix.
That's one step people don't bother to practice. You know what I mean? They just feel, let me put a little bit here. Oh, let me add a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you get good at it, you know how much to put in and how much to thin it.
I was just about to say that once you get to the point where you don't need to measure, you just squirt it in there, you're eyeballing it. You've been doing it for a while. You know how it looks to you when you go to put it in. You start mixing it, and you run it up. Okay, there it is. A little bit more. But what's pretty messed up is if you have too much thinner, not enough paint, you're gonna be chasing that shit. So
and a good investment is buying these mixing cups with the measurements right there.
Yeah, for bigger stuff. Or you know what else I use on this? These little ones from Amazon. These little ones.
I picked some up. I saw the link you posted. I picked some up.
Medicine ones. These things work great when you're doing little stuff and you want to mix small, tiny batches. This stuff right here. This piece right here.
Well, I strained mine through pantyhose.
Yep. Hey, yeah.
What'd you do with the body though when you need to get the pantyhose?
What happened?
Where'd you bury the body though after you got the pantyhose?
Well, I just talked her out of it. Silver tongue devil I am. And if she rips them off in anticipation, they're torn anyway.
Josh says I cannot mix in the airbrush. I do it all the time. The trick with that is you got to put the thinner in first, and then you put a drop or two of paint in there, depending on how much you're going to use, and then you backwash it, and then you take a little old, like here, I got an old paintbrush right here, and I'll use that to help mix it up a little bit. So
the only thing I won't do in the cup is metallics, like the Vallejo metallics. I will not do it. I will take a separate cup because I will actually take pipettes and measure out drop for going with alcohol back to the paint and make sure I get it right before I'm pouring it into the cup. Because one, if you just pour the paint in the cup, you ain't getting it out.
Yeah.
You will be forever cleaning that cup. Two, it's that sort of thing because it has such a quick flash off. You have to make sure you've got it all together before you put it in that cup so you can just spray and go and you're just done. You're not sitting there going, oh God, I got to adjust a little bit, because by the time you adjust, you've totally got a lot of crap in there, and then you just got to start over.
Yeah, hey, Pep, those cups are great, man. I mean, I ordered like 2 pack. I put a link on for the guys. I ordered like 2 packs of these things. I got like 1,000 of them. They'll last me for a long time. But yeah, they're great to mix painting. They're great. Love them.
And you can wash them out. That's the other thing. You don't have. It's not a one and done sort of thing. If you're using acrylics, rinse it out.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'll put a little cleaner in there, wipe it down real good, and you reuse it.
Yeah.
You know, use it. So hey, anything else you got? My pants and small mixing cups. My arsenal. Oh yeah. I got they're all in front of me here. These little.
I mean, you have to. You know what I mean? There's people that get too used to buying the stuff that it's already pre-mixed, ready to go. But even that stuff in the environment that you in don't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to add a little bit more reducer, or you know what I'm saying, to it to get it to work in the environment you're in.
All right. I don't care who watches, but when you jump in there and your avatar is not a guy and your name is Buttfucker, you got to go.
Oh, Jesus.
I saw that and I looked at it. I'm like, okay, this is
What, you get trolled?
yeah.
Tell the Joe to quit doing that.
This is a throwaway account.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we know that Josh uses pill bottles. The other day we were all talking about, it was last hangout about cleaning. Josh's airbrush was all gummed up, and he says, "Hey, I got this tip from somebody. I don't remember. You got it from me, goddamn it." But I'm messing with you, Josh. But it was this stuff right here.
Crud cutter.
Yeah. I just used that today.
I'll tell you what, that stuff, it'll clean your airbrush out. I mean, yep, there it is. This stuff is great to clean out an airbrush. If you think your airbrush is clean it out with some of that and find out what it is. That stuff is and this bottle, Jesus, man, I've had this bottle since since the 48-hour group build. Like,
Where do you buy that?
It's probably around the same time I bought mine.
Home Depot or Lowe's?
yeah, you can get it at Ace Hardware. I got
mine on Amazon, I think.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I probably got this at Menards.
Yeah, I picked mine up at Lowe's.
And
When we're talking about last hangout.
I'll tell you what, I had in the hangout, you guys were in there. Josh was just, I'll show you how good this stuff cleans. And I tore apart my soul tie. I had just cleaned it. I had just took it apart and cleaned it. I tore it apart and let it soak in it. And how about this? The shit that came out of that airbrush.
No, you think it's clean, and that stuff really cuts into whatever you're using. That's why I'm scared to clean out my airbrushes, because I think they're cleaning shit, and I'm gonna find all kinds of junk in there.
I'll be honest, when you were cleaning that thing out and you're like, look at all this shit, man, I'm thinking inside my head, did you ever think that you just suck at cleaning airbrushes?
Hey, Dad, it's not going to eat the O-rings. This stuff is environmentally friendly. It's not caustic. It won't hurt your airbrush. It won't hurt your seals. Now, I mean, this stuff here is. I hear a lot, and I've done this. I cleaned my airbrush out with Simple Green and Crud and Purple Power. That will eat your goddamn. Purple Power will eat your goddamn O-rings. This stuff ain't gonna hurt your O-rings. But then again, I wouldn't even sit in there for 3 days either. So, but even if you did, it ain't gonna hurt your O-rings. It'll probably swallow them because it's rubber. I mean, but as far as eating them up now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful with swelling them too, because that could be just as detrimental.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you leave it in there too long, I mean, it will swell up an O-ring if you leave it in there too long. I mean, if you're leaving it in there for like 5-10 minutes, and then you flush it out, you're not going to hurt an O-ring. But if you let it soak overnight or whatever, now you can. I mean, shit, water will swell an O-ring,
Yeah.
if it's left in there too long. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. So Nobody else got nothing. Okay, I've been working on this motherfucker. Now, I know you won't be able to see it too good. I got the light out, and it's nowhere near done. But that's from NY3D Creations. That's Khaleesi.
Oh, not that crap company.
Yeah, the dragon is a Reaper Bones miniature. That's a piece of what do you call that? Not sandalwood. What the hell they call it? Driftwood.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever I did on the base. So she's coming along. I mean, I had a lot of work left to do.
Looks really good.
Yeah, it. I like it. I like the way it's coming out. You know, I wanted to do something like for Mama. You know, Mother Dragon. So that's going to be hers. She's already trying to figure out where she's going to put it.
Yeah, those models from NY3D Creations. That guy, he just pushes a button. That's all he does. He just sits there, pushes a button, lets the money roll in.
Read the name tag, bro.
He said the Lord.
Lord of 3D printing.
Dot.
Hey, he taught me everything I know.
Hey, Mega Models, what's going on? He says, I eat morning, boys and girls, just in from work and about to go to bed. Thought I would pop in and say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I've been looking to, after this is done, I want to kind of move away from a figure for next build. And Andres kind of
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
oh, fuck you. Crud cutter, Scotty. Crud cutter is for cleaning paint, oil, grease, whatever, and it does a really good job of it. Now, I've never used it with lacquer paints, so I'm sure it'll clean. It says it will. So, but I've used it in my airbrushes to clean out like the acrylic stuff. Now, I don't use it once or twice a year. I'll soak it for 5 or 10 minutes in some of that. And you don't need it. I mean, a few drops of that sitting inside the cup, or you take off your nozzle, you put it in there, a couple of drops of the nozzle's underwater. Man, you'd be surprised what comes out of that airbrush when you use it. And it's not going to hurt anything. But this is not I wouldn't use it every day. Although you can put this inside your cleaner. You know, put a little bit of it in your cleaner and your whatever mix you're using. Like your Jeebus juice, you drop it in.
What's that, my son? What?
Huh?
So let's get back to you're not going to paint a figure next. What are you going to build?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was answering the question. I went on the fucking.
Forget the chat. It just trolls anyway.
Tommy's devices are not connected. Tommy, it says devices not connected.
So what are you building? What was that?
I think I'm
Changing the subject. He keeps changing the subject.
I was going through some of the planes that Freddie sent me a few years ago. They're in the garage. So I did. Andres lit a fire under me about doing another Aero Fantasma. I got a lot of car parts, man, that I could use. The front ends, the rear, the rear end, the axles, all that stuff. So I think I'm going to do another one of those. But this one's going to be more like a machining figure type one. That's where I think I'm going with.
So you're not going to finish the tank? Tank.
Good morning, guys.
Bye.
Morning.
Bye.
Morning.
Hey, Tommy. What tank? What tank?
Water tank.
Cutaway. Dun, dun, dun.
If I do finish it, it won't be a cutaway.
Oh, I know. I never thought. Gil, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I never, ever imagined it would be.
It's a shame because of all that beautiful interior, but I'm not cutting it up just so you can look at it. That to me, I think that's the reason why I put it down is because I couldn't make up my mind what I was going to do with it.
Oh, you were a basket case with that damn thing.
I mean, where am I going to cut it? How am I going to cut it? It got to the point where, I don't want to cut it now.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of money invested in that cocksucker with all the damn aftermarket, so I build it. Yeah, Joe's the Tacom 135th King Tiger, Gil. That tank.
But like we say, bro, it's just plastic, bro. Just jump in and start hacking away.
Just hack it.
Yeah, Cabrón, you had to start this shit, didn't you?
Hack
It's
it.
just
Just hack
plastic,
it.
brother.
And then you know, and then you spend the next 3 weeks sanding and priming, sanding and priming, sanding and priming. They didn't tell me that part. They just said just cut it, attach it, glue it. They didn't tell me that I gotta sand and prime, sand and prime, sand and prime. I'm still sanding and priming.
He said, that wasn't part of the deal.
It's like been 3 weeks.
It was easy, Tommy. It's easy, bro.
Yeah, the easy part was the first cut. The hard part's making it look good.
First cut's the hardest.
Yeah, no, the first part's the easiest.
Oh, God.
So now I just gotta keep working at it. It's getting there. It's close.
No, make your models not sock cutter, cabrón. It's crud cutter.
Stop.
Yeah. It's this stuff right here. Sock cutter, cochino. It's this stuff right here. That stuff right there.
He's just trolling you now, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And you use that for what? The crud cutter?
Clean your airbrush out. Just soak your airbrush.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Speaking of cutaways, Andres, how's your plane coming along?
Oh!
As he looks around going, shit.
I'm not home. No, it's right there, dude. It's just
A month
I'm
ago?
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I got a little over carried away in some of the hacking part of it.
You weren't
So
supposed to do it, cabrón.
there's some stuff that I gotta fix.
I say what? 5 weeks ago, mine looked like this. It still looks like this. It hasn't progressed.
Joe threw his against the wall.
Yeah. Joe's actually took flight.
But I give that man credit though, man, because the stuff that he did,
Yeah.
the detail stuff, and how
Oh
many
my
times
goodness.
he's done it, dude. I mean, that guy's nuts.
It was beautiful. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though like the thing, but I mean the way he did it and stuff like that over. Oh, I don't like this. I'm gonna take it. I mean that guy's crazy to
Yeah.
sit there and do all that stuff and they say, you know what, I didn't like it, and then to redo it again.
Like 10, 12 times.
Yeah.
I mean,
I give that man
mine,
credit, man. I give that guy credit, man.
mine was glitzy because it had the photo etch and all that. But man, then you put it next to his, it's like not even close.
He needs a gift card to a doctor.
Hey,
Well, maybe once, maybe twice taking it apart, but
he needs one of those medical cards.
Yeah, and here's the man that spends like 2 years rigging a goddamn ship.
Hey, it's doctor's orders.
Hey, we brought to you by our sponsors, BetterHelp.
How much
Yeah.
time? How much time in rigging do you got on that ship? Would you say?
oh, probably a year.
Yeah, but to his defense, he's
Yeah,
also
I got-
finished other
yeah, I have
projects.
to into it.
But hey, it's
But I got a year.
doctor's orders. Find a hobby.
You know, all the rat lines, all the backstays, forward stays. Still has more backstay to put on. You know,
Yeah, but also in the last year we've been hanging out that you've been working on that. You've also worked on other ships.
I worked on the Real of France.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, so it's not like you're just sitting there going,
Well, the one you just
one.
Now, when I get deep in the rigging, and all of a sudden I go, okay, it's either going to be put away or you'll be up against the wall. I back off and go work on the Real of France.
How
I
come that
spent,
song-
I spent
how come
6 hours last night trying to get one sail rigged the way I wanted it and to fit the way I wanted it on the mast.
and then the cat tore it up.
Well, yeah, I did a cutaway. Well, not a cutaway, but I did an interior of that first one.
The cataway.
It was all the interior, all the
That's the one.
rigs and stuff.
That's the one. The cat.
Cat decided he was somebody. One of them did. I'm not sure who. They won't tell. But
There's no snitch.
One of them got pissed.
They know the rules.
yeah,
They
stitches
put
don't get no
stitches.
treats.
Hey, how come the song that keeps buzzing through my mind is "Up Against the Wall," motherfucker?
That's what he told him, cats. All right, spread him. I need to see some ID.
Well, because but it's to me it's fun, and it looks nice.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the sad part is 99% of people who go to the nationals or look at my models have no idea what they're looking at.
no.
Yeah.
Same thing with a lot of the cars and trucks and a lot of your tanks and a lot of your airplanes. They don't know what's proper, what's not proper. Just
Nope.
that the wow factor. Well, that looks good.
Whoa, it's shiny.
Yeah.
Shiny. Go to the light. Go to the light.
I can't do an airplane. Now, if I was somebody posted an airplane of a Helldiver. That was one of my first airplanes in the orphanage I did. I forget who put it out. But I did an OV-10 and I did the Helldiver. And that's a beautiful airplane. It really is. But I might buy that kit and see how it goes.
Nice. So, hey, Mike, any plans on doing limited runs? Not on the turtle, on other things. You don't have to discuss what you're thinking about, but is there any plans for it?
I mean, right now I'm so busy. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next because I've just been so busy doing stuff. So
Yeah, but it's good to do shit on your own, man. Because you were showing us what you
The turtle.
Yeah, well, not only that, he bought a bunch of shit too. So
Yeah.
that means he's getting that desk ready to work, man. He's getting ready to throw it out, man.
I wanna do some stuff for me. I've got some Batman stuff that I've got that I'm not gonna sell, but like the Jack Nicholson Joker and the Keaton Batman that I want to do.
When you
I don't know. It's
Or
I
that-
got a lot of.
or that,
I've got terabytes of
right.
Hey, Gil, you need to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
You need to PM me your address
Okay.
so I can mail those two machining cookers out to you. I guess.
Sounds good.
I can
Okay.
put it in the comments section right here. I have it. I'll put it in the comments section for you. And that way you'll have it. And
Just send it to Joliet Prison.
Care of Jake and Elwood.
Yeah, send it to Joliet. He'll get it.
Cell block 3.
the thing is,
You know,
Gil has my address too, so Lord knows what will be coming back my way.
God damn it. Yep.
Send you a bag of dicks.
They close.
Oh,
They give tours in that place now. They shut it down.
Joliet?
Yeah, the prison. Yeah. Well, that's where they were filming that. Was it Prison Break? That one show, Prison Break. They film a lot of movies in there. I mean,
Yeah.
I did Alcatraz. That was
every fall, spring, and summer. Sometimes in the winter, there's a film crew out there. They'll use it for like background or whatever, or they'll film some scenes inside there. You know, like that show, Chicago PD. You know, they film a lot of shit in there.
Yeah.
And then now that they want to take half of it and make it a goddamn hotel. Now, who the fuck is going to pay to sleep in it? I mean, you don't have to pay to sleep in a jail cell. I mean, there's ways to get in one, you know.
Hey, do you get a
Well,
discount if you spend time there?
What's that?
You get a discount if you spend time there.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Now, Gil, we all know that when you're in that cell and you've got a buddy, someone's paying.
well, are they going to have a guy named Shit Eating Benny walking the chair like, hey, you mine, bitch. You're mine. Hey. or that dude from, what is it, American Me or Blood and Barack? Give me some chon.
Papa needs a pack of smokes and a bear claw.
Yeah,
No, what was the Mexican one?
that's the one I'm talking about. The chon guy.
Don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he comes out, he gets his girlfriend and flips her over, and
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
could have asked first.
There was one scene in the movie where the guy was walking down like library. Anybody want condoms? And one guy said, "No, thank you." His partner says, "I'll take two."
No. Oh,
Yeah, Pappy says he was stationed in San Diego and they trained at Alcatraz for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's a bizarre place to tour, and yeah, what a place to put a prison. I mean, perfect.
Well, no escapes. That water's. I've
Well,
surfed
no,
that water up
there are a couple.
There was a couple of escapes, but
Yeah.
it was it was a smart place to put it. It just unfortunately smart, but also engineering wise horrible. And I was explaining it to my wife. The reason that Alcatraz closed is the same reason that they had the collapse in Miami. Is that you're right there on seawater. Those buildings were built in the 80s. It was exposed for so long. If you don't upkeep the concrete, it's gonna go.
Yeah, but the worst, but also too was the mental part that it put on the prisoners. They could hear the nightlife of San Francisco and the people around them, and there's nothing they could do. I mean, most prisons are set in a, generally they put them in an isolated area. They don't hear sounds.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The one I worked in was right by 75, and I used to talk to some of the inmates. I talked to all the inmates, but someone would sit there and say, one of the calming things about it was that they could hear like the drone of the trucks going, the 18-wheelers going by, and just hearing that. And then every season you'd have like the Sandhill cranes come in, and so it was something to break up the monotony. So
the Johnny Cash song, Trains.
Yeah, exactly.
What cool is boot camp in San Diego, where you hear the airplanes right next to you, and when you're running your runs along the fence line of the airport. That destroys you if you're not careful.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's leaving and you're stuck there with some crazy guy chasing you every day. I can't complain. I was one of those crazy guys at one point in my career.
We have one here that's stuck out in the middle of the desert. It's like, go ahead, escape. You got to go miles before you can find anything.
Yeah. Well, it's like that Supermax in Colorado in the mountains. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah. You're in the middle. And then there's signs. Do not pick up hitchhikers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a tour of Devil's Island one time, and there's no escape from that place, pretty much. Well, a couple of guys did, but most of them died.
Yeah.
A lot of jungle. Very much to go.
Yeah. Well, we used to sit there and joke around with the guys that were in our prison because we say to them, one, we had a dog team. I mean, they kept them right outside the perimeter fence. And then after that, the only way to get to the prison was one road in and out. And along that road was nothing but single wides, double wides, houses that were built back in the 40s. And the inhabitants of those houses, you ain't getting past them. To them, it's like a holiday.
Yeah.
As soon as they hear the alarm,
And it's like Joliet, the prison. There's a whole community right around it.
Yeah, they built the community around the prison.
Yeah,
When they first built the prison, there was nothing around it.
I'll tell you what, man. It's a construction-wise, it's a gorgeous building. All the big, the stonework and everything. It's and you think it's big, but it's really not that big. When you look at it, you drive past it. You look at it, like, holy shit, it's a small prison compared to some of these other ones now. It's little, man, but.
So if you did escape from Joliet, walking down the street in your prison garb,
Oh, no.
you gotta stand out.
No. That's homie neighborhood. Them homies will pop you in that. They'll bust a cap in your ass. Unless you're one of them, and then you'll be in their basement hiding for the next 48 hours.
Like earlier in the week when that guy got released from prison and he ended up with 64 bullet holes in him.
Yeah.
That's I grew up we moved out of that neighborhood when I was about 10 or 11. That's on the southwest side. That's on the west side of Chicago, the Cook County Jail, and that complex is fucking massive. It's massive. But everybody knows, man. If you're a wanted hoodlum and somebody knows you're getting out of jail, them fucking guys don't give a shit, man. They say, some places you can wait. You can tell them, look, I'd like to be out by 8. I got somebody to pick me up. Nah, motherfucker. After shift change, they throw your ass out on the street. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows. They caught that motherfucker right in front of the fucking place. 64 fucking.
I know. 64 bullets in them.
And here's the amazing. And Michael, here's the amazing part. There's cops all over that fucking place. So So how the fuck did you not hear 64 fucking rounds?
No, that's what hit them. Who knows what they fired?
Yeah, true.
You're gonna tell me that not one fucking cop? I mean, that place is on. There are cops everywhere around there, you know. And then you got the towers with the guys in the towers with the fucking. They got those old ass fucking carbines up there and shit.
They were waiting for them to stop to reload. They were gonna move in when they stop.
You know what? Well, it's happened there. That's not the first time it's happened there. It's happened there quite a few times. You know,
It's like back in the 70s where that mugger attacked one of the dons of one of the families' grandmother. You know, she used to walk to the little store every day. He mugged her. They caught him. Somebody posted bond for the boy. And a car pulled up and picked him up as he walked out the door.
And that was it.
He didn't make his trial date. But I bet you he died really, really sad.
dude, it's you know what? I was reading the news accounts of that, Brian. Oh my God, it's terrible. The fuck, it's been like that since I was a kid. We all do that shit, you know.
Yep.
If you're a gangster or you fuck up, all they gotta do is wait for you. You come out of that. They don't give a shit about cameras. Motherfuckers have done you down right in front of the goddamn COs. They don't give a shit. And nowadays, these fucking savages nowadays, man, they don't care who they shoot. They just, you know, everywhere.
Unfortunately.
Because they got the gun sideways for one.
They hit that motherfucker 64.
Yeah, that's to me that's unbelievable. They put that many rounds in him.
But he was on. I don't know why they let him out because he was out on bond for a murder. And then he did whatever he did, and then they bonded him out again. And you know what? You know what? He was one of those rappers, yeah. You know, one of these Chicago trap rappers. You know what? It just goes to show you, man.
Someone got a bump that weekend. Someone got a bump in the payroll.
Dude, you want to live that life? You can be touched anywhere. Anybody can reach out and touch you whenever they want. You know. Yeah. And I'm sure, like Michael's a retired cop, he's probably seen thousands of them motherfuckers. You think you're safe?
No.
No.
That's when you put your hands in the air and go, "Am I touching you?"
You know, you said no cops noticed it or whatever. They probably did, but they go, "Well, that's not my business."
Yeah, but wait till everything subsides.
Well,
Especially if you're a CO on the wall there, and your job is to be focusing on the inside. If you focus on the outside, you can actually get written up because of the simple fact that you've taken your focus away from where you're supposed to be. Because that can be a total diversion, and something suddenly drops in the yard. Forget about it. You know, now you're screwed.
Well, you know, I don't blame them because you got somebody lighting up the damn place like that.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I know.
I rush in.
Growing up over in the back of the yards on the south side there, man, the cops would hang out at a Pepe's restaurant, a Mexican restaurant. And when the shooting would start, they wouldn't come out. They'd wait till the shooting stopped. Okay, let's go pick up the fucking bodies. You know, I mean, what? They're going to get in the middle of a fucking gang fight where there's no rules? These boys.
I hate to say it, but the mentality is let them kill each other. Let them just, you know, you want to live that life? Go for it. If you're hurting other people that aren't, then yeah, you're going to hear about it. If not, hey. I mean, let's put it this way. My last day in New York back in 1993, I was on duty. I was working an overnight shift, and I'm standing guard outside of a bodega. Or they had the second building purchase where they would have nightclub and everything, and it was all Guatemalan folk and everybody from Brentwood and all different Hispanics would come in, and it was great. And my thing was to keep the drug dealers from the corner away from them. Okay, I'm in full uniform, everything, and they all knew me. They even got me going. The drug dealers actually got me going away presents because they knew I was flying down to Florida the next day. And I'm sitting there. It's about 6:30 in the evening. The sun's still up. This little Toyota comes around. Point blank range. 4 guys outside, 4 guys inside. Everybody's got a pap, 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 pap. At least 35 shots fired. Nobody hit a fucking thing. And I was like, and I'm sitting there, and finally when I called it in, and when somebody finally came over, Well, what's going on? They're gone a half hour already. What are you here? Why are you even bothering? Well, did anyone get shot? I said, no. They point blank range. Everybody missed. I've never seen that in my life.
I have.
I was like, it was something out of a Mel Brooks movie.
I have. I've seen growing up. I've seen guys, man, standing 6 feet away from each other and miss.
Yeah.
Just they pull out and they don't hit what they're shooting, they're aiming at. You know, I've seen that. And then you know the one guy's like, only to be shot dead 3 months later. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've seen it happen. You know, it's just. I don't blame them, man. You know, I mean, I don't blame. Look, if somebody, unless there be there's some. I think the kid's grandmother got hit in the leg or something. She got hit.
Mm-hmm.
Some girl caught a crazy wound on the face. But man, 60, man, they must have really wanted this mofo, man.
That's 64 times is anger. That's not a kill. That's not a murder. That's anger.
That's disrespect. That's downright disrespect.
That's downright anger because
Make sure he's dead.
and seriously, and Michael backed me up on this. If you were to come onto a crime scene and you see someone shot once, it's hard to discern why the person did it. You got to really delve deep into the whole thing, get the minutiae of the case. If you walk up on a body that has been shot, stabbed, beaten multiple times, like 20, 30 times, that's rage. That's anger.
Revenge.
Exactly.
That's like that one. Oh fuck! What's the name of that town where that killed the town bully?
Mm.
And broad daylight, everybody took part of it, but nobody saw anything.
Yeah.
To this day, they don't have anybody because
Didn't see a thing.
There's a Clint Eastwood movie like that.
That's crazy.
Nobody saw nothing.
Well, that's growing up where I grew up. That's the way it was. You'd walk by, you see some brains, and the guy holding his brains, and you're like, okay.
Nobody saw nothing.
Oh man, that guy shot me. I didn't see shit. I don't know what you're talking about. And not because you're insensitive. Because they know,
You don't.
dude,
You don't want to be the next one.
you open your fucking mouth and you don't make it to 24 hours later, you know?
None of my business.
Or your brothers or your sisters or somebody isn't going to make it because you opened your mouth, you know?
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Oh man, Biz Marquis died.
What?
What?
You're kidding.
No. 57.
Yes,
Where are you reading that?
I think I'm going to do an Aero Fantasma.
Hey, these are all for one sale.
That's one sale.
One
Wow.
sale.
That's crazy.
Not counting the jeers I have loaded already. So
Crazy.
Yeah.
main lift, main course tie and halyard, main course yard arm tack block, main course yard arm tack block for the other side, and main course crew line sheet yard.
And then you got to start it all over again on the other sale.
Yep, I've done it. I've done most of them already.
Oh,
Fun
man.
time.
Now you're taking that one to the Nationals, Mike?
Yeah,
How many are you taking to the Nationals?
I'm taking 2 ships, 1 car. It's a little Flintstone car. I did 1 guillotine.
Lucky hit teeth.
Does it come with the head cut off?
For fun. It came out really, really good.
Is it functional?
Probably if you know.
Okay. Well,
I've got 1 Polar Lights guillotine with the little guy, but I didn't paint the little guy because I can't paint little guys. But came out really well. Then the Flintstone car came out good too.
Yeah.
And those are just, it doesn't matter if those win or not. And plus, I got to get ready. The Sunday morning, I got to get ready. I spend a whole morning. I'll do that. Get ready for my class. I'm doing a seminar there.
You're doing a seminar on what, woodwork?
On the painting of my woodwork, Melt myself and David Lockhart. We're doing that together. We did it in Phoenix. And it came out really well. So it's about an hour and a half. PowerPoint, you know. A lot of questions at the end.
Oh, shit. You know what? I just looked up and thought of something. I got to finish this damn Camaro. Sitting right there. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, yeah, Andres, I tried. I fucked that carbon fiber sheet the first time. I laid it down, bro. It looked all beautiful. It was nice. Pendejo, I go in there to touch it after I've had the decal solution on it for a while, and it moved a little bit. I said, okay, don't move it no more. Let me tuck it in here. I went to tuck it in, peeled that whole piece right off. You motherfucker. I got to do it all over again. But it looked nice on there, and it looked really good on there.
Oh yeah, no, that stuff once you lay it down, dude, that's it. You gotta leave it alone, let it.
Yeah, I had watched a couple of YouTube videos, and don't try to do everything they do.
I want to be like them.
It was the first time I've ever used this, so now I know not. Okay, motherfucker. Once you lay it down, you start tucking it in.
No touchy.
No touchy. Leave it alone. You can let it dry, then go back later and do the little touch-ups. Leave it alone, you know. And it's on a relatively flat surface, and I screwed it up. Like, I'll just finish it, so I can get this Camaro finished. You guys, anybody still working on the one for Pat?
Yeah, that's this one.
Yeah, because I know Don said he stopped it. But...
Yeah, I'm still. Yeah, and so's yeah.
Josh is doing this.
I'm still working on mine, but
All right, why do you got the hose there next to your truck?
Oh, because I just got delivered. The doorbell rang and the UPS just showed up, and
I thought he was getting ready to fucking take the hose of that damn thing.
Yeah, I got a 50-foot hose. I got a 50-foot hose with fittings.
That's what she said.
But they sent the wrong one the other day. They sent it without the fittings. So we had to send it back. But the doorbell just rang a while ago. I just opened the package.
Yeah, I got one of these today.
Ah.
I ordered some of this and some
It
flax.
worked great.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I don't know why I haven't gotten one sooner.
Yeah, I'm building a fence, and I realized I didn't have. I don't want to move my big air compressor, even though it's on wheels, and so I figured I'd just buy another hose. So I got to break out the air nailer and big old hunk of nails. It was fun. I still got to finish it, but now I got more hose. It's always good to have more hose, right?
How tall would you say that is, George?
Cole's a Jack Daniels box bag.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look, he's got a Jack Daniels bottle next to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's about a foot tall.
Yeah, all said and done, it's about a foot tall.
Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to drop off here for a little bit.
All right.
All right, bro. I'm gonna put a Jitsi link up. We're gonna try because Google is now charging you after an hour if you got more than 3 people.
Yeah, I know.
Mike was telling me there was him and Andres, and you jumped in there, and the clock started ticking.
Really?
And I just got a new upload on my Windows, man, and everything. All my programs now are taking forever to first load because it's a new upgrade.
Now Zoom, I tried it last week. They let me do it because they congratulations, we'll waive the 40-minute fee. And I'm like, what? So they'll do the same thing, but with
There's a fee on Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom is 40 minutes, man. They'll cut you.
Oh.
They'll outright cut you off, man. They don't. Even,
well, yeah, okay.
the thing is, like, they'll just everybody will drop off the call except you. You know.
Ah.
So and I think that's what Google's doing, right, Mike? They're just everybody drops off the call except for the person.
And it puts the doomsday clock up.
I didn't see one though earlier today.
It did. It put it up on my screen. I just missed it. I was in the other room and I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's also 8x8.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna try the. What was it? We tried the Jitsi and the 8x8, right?
I thought they were pretty much.
I didn't care for the 8x8, but
the 8x8 was buggy.
Yeah.
But, Zoom charges you, and now Google. So if you want to do Hangouts and you're doing them for more than an hour or 40 minutes,
Yeah.
You're gonna have to start paying. You know? No more free hangout.
Oh, you guys got me drinking now. Salud.
I'm gonna rip.
Cheers.
Oh, 805. Hey, that's a good place.
All right.
My brother lives in the 805,
Okay.
which is better than the 909, the dirt capital of the world. But
All right. We've been running for about an hour. I'm gonna cut.
All right.
I'm gonna cut this one short, guys.
Okay.
If you're a member of the Styrene Syndicate at Red Dragon Model Works, I'm gonna post a link up for a hangout. You guys are more than welcome to come and join us. All you need is a camera and a microphone. That's it. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys again next week.
Okay.
Ciao.